When an obstacle is placed before you, intended to hinder your ascent, they overlook a vital truth. Majesty walks with grace. It rises from the ashes to create a realm of greatness. Such is the paradox of universal equilibrium. Every effort to undermine you transforms into the very energy that propels you onward. Existence possesses a unique method of balancing accounts, not by clamor, but by clarity. The balance shall be restored, and those who quietly wished for your downfall will soon find themselves suffocated by the stillness of your triumph. Let it be known, this cosmos does not overlook. The vibrations they emit find their way back, adorned with teachings they never sought. And what of you? You were always destined for wholeness. You were created with purpose. As the weight of the world forges strength, so too has treachery shaped your unwavering essence. The individuals who ridiculed you questioned your worth and sought to overshadow your brilliance. They remained unaware that they were nurturing your transformation. Critics observe your every move. They revolve around your essence. They become entranced by your movements, your currents, your radiance. Your presence lingers, not as an act of vengeance, but simply through the essence of your being apart from them. Your serene presence disrupts their turmoil. Your quietude resonates more profoundly than their barbs ever might. You are the unexpected spark in their carefully orchestrated design. The selected few transcend mere survival. We are agents of transformation. We traverse the inferno and emerge unscathed, resilient in spirit. And when the cosmos harmonizes with your evolution, no adversary, no falsehood, no treachery can prevail. A new energy has been awakened within you, and it is truly evident. That radiant light, unreachable, that stillness, transcendent, this transcends mere change in perspective. This is your awakening, and those who once thrived on your desire to please others, they are on the brink of experiencing the profound impact of your transformation. Before we delve further into this transformation that is stirring your very essence, take a moment to engage in 3 actions. Embrace this visual offering, join our community, and share the number 11 in the comments to attune yourself to this elevated vibration. If you have sensed a transformation within your soul recently, it is indeed a reality beyond mere imagination. It is your ascension. Let us embark on this journey. First and foremost, point 1. Cease the futile effort of justifying your essence to those who are resolute in their misinterpretation of your being. There arrives a time when your spirit ceases its dance. You have completed the task of reshaping your essence for those who were never truly attentive, merely searching for imperfections. You once contained your radiant flame into delicate embers, offering warmth to others while ensuring they remained untouched by its heat. You modified your voice, your expressions, your rhythm, as if treading lightly on shards of glass, all to maintain harmony. But henceforth, it shall be different. Observe, there exists a particular type of individual who requires continual clarification solely to maintain their grip on authority. They may feign ignorance, not due to a lack of understanding, but because your insight challenges their constructed sense of authority. They feign ignorance to ensnare you in stagnation, and for a time you embraced the role. You sought to embody gentleness when your true nature called for unwavering strength. You persistently justified your aspirations, your evolution, your decisions, as though your existence required their endorsement. But now, you have severed the connection. Allow them to perceive you in ways beyond your true essence. Allow them to transform your quietude into pride, your refusal into greed, your limits into treachery. That is a narrative for them to embrace, not for you to amend. Your essence is now fully valued and recognized. Your silence speaks volumes, for you have reached a profound understanding. Some souls have always walked with clarity. They found solace in the version of you that never dared to provoke their beliefs. You were once the bearer of your own essence, diminishing your light so that others might not feel threatened. Yet, one cannot confine themselves within the boundaries of a vessel that no longer accommodates their essence. Cease to be so, and let us speak truthfully. How many nights did you sacrifice your rest, revisiting a solitary phrase, questioning if it might have displeased someone who never held you in regard to begin with? How often have you relinquished your strength in pursuit of a fleeting sense of tranquility? The response is an abundance beyond measure. In this moment, your quietude serves a purpose beyond mere absence of sound. One does not dispute the visions laid before them. Do not squander your words on those whose vision was never destined to perceive your presence. Individuals will invariably perceive your reality through the lens of their own doubts. Even when you express your deepest feelings with utmost clarity, they will only perceive what aligns with their own intentions. Thus, you allow them to dwell in their own perplexity. The transformation remains a mystery. Your growth remains a mystery to be embraced. One does not share sacred designs with those who intend solely to bring about your downfall. If they have not grasped it by this moment, it is unlikely they ever shall. The true ones understand your essence without the need for explanation. The insincere seek to see you diminished. And here lies the revelation. They always grasped your essence. They merely longed for the semblance of you that they could manipulate. You have transcended the necessity for their interpretation. At this moment, you convey a singular message, verity, and if that resonates too strongly for them, they were never destined to perceive it. Allow them to remain in darkness. You are now shining brightly, embracing your true essence without reservation. Second in line, behold, a pause in the flow. Sever the altruistic deed. It is the method by which they render you weary and devoid of strength. Once you were the embodiment of selflessness, offering all that you had, your essence, your vitality, your spirit. Embracing this truth elevates your spirit and guides you toward a higher path of virtue. Your selflessness shines brightly, perpetually contorting your essence in manners that depleted your spirit, contemplating the essence of devotion and fidelity. Yet, let us speak truthfully. That was never an act of pure devotion. It was your downfall. Individuals referred to you as altruistic, yet what they truly implied was that you lacked limits. They seized and seized and seized, and you permitted it. Your perceived frailty was not the cause, rather, it was the belief instilled in you that your desires held no significance. And here lies the revelation. None perceived the subtle presence. They failed to recognize the offerings made, the hours spent in the stillness of night, the vitality you devoted to connections that thrived solely because you stretched yourself beyond limits for them. You existed within a deceptive realm of duty, longing for a gentle acknowledgement or a fleeting glimpse of appreciation, yet it remained absent. Instead, all you received was weariness and a profound void. That is the method by which they ensnare your spirit, on the notion that your value is connected to the extent of your generosity. That is, until you ceased your journey. The instant you embraced your true essence, the narrative transformed entirely. In an instant, the roles shifted, and you became the one consumed by self-interest. But behold the truth. They did not hold affection for you. They cherished the aspect of you that was adaptable, one whom they could draw upon without a moment's hesitation. Once you ceased to offer your unwavering support for their ease, they were thrown into a state of alarm, and now they label you as self-centered. Let us delve into this matter with clarity. You have always been a beacon of light. You offered your presence freely, your compassion boundless, and your willingness to prioritize others above yourself was unwavering, even for those who would not reciprocate such kindness. Did you truly believe that was the way of things? To feel depleted and undervalued is merely the price one pays for the profound experience of love. Yet you have risen from slumber. It has become clear to you that what you felt was not love. It was a subtle orchestration of influence. They sought to instill the notion that honoring your own essence was an act of selfishness, that your desires were of lesser importance. Yet that was a falsehood, the revelation. Those who hold genuine concern for your well-being desire for you to nurture your own health and happiness. Those who react negatively to your boundaries are often those who thrived on your absence of them, and you have embraced the art of listening to their voices. Allow them to speak of your transformation. Allow them to label you as self-centered. If safeguarding your tranquility requires parting ways with certain individuals, then let it be so. For the greatest act of strength you have ever achieved was to cease sacrificing your true self for the ease of others. Having embarked on the path of self-discovery, there is no turning back. Your worth is absolute, and your tranquility is sacred. Preserve it, but allow them to attempt to invoke feelings of guilt within you. They can no longer sustain their reliance on your benevolence. And the most wondrous aspect, your journey is only beginning. Third in line, point, foal. Employ quietude as a formidable force. Not all souls are worthy of your sacred expressions. In a bygone era, your quietude served as a guardian against discord, a means to maintain harmony. Even if it meant sacrificing your own expression, you remained silent, not due to a lack of words, but out of apprehension for the repercussions that might follow the revelation of your inner truth. You believed that quietude offered protection. You believed it was a path to transcend the turmoil. But now, your silence stands as an inviolable stronghold, not a prison. Your silence now resonates with strength. It arises from dominion. You have ceased to justify your essence to those who are preoccupied with distorting your message, unable to perceive your authentic self. Engaging in debate with those who have crafted their own narrative about you is futile. One does not plead for honor, acknowledgement, or affection from those who have never genuinely recognized their value. And here lies the revelation. Your quietude resonates more profoundly than any words you might utter. It is a proclamation that demands their attention. They were familiar with the version of you that sought to bring solace to others, the one who willingly set aside personal tranquility to ensure their happiness. But now they are shaken to their core. They anticipate your surrender, longing for you to revert to a state of explanation, to seek forgiveness, to validate your very being. They seek to witness your submission, yet you no longer grant them that fulfillment. You have come to understand that the greatest strength lies in silence. In silence, you embrace the unknown, and the unknown can instill fear in those who seek to maintain their grip on order. Individuals tend to pay heed when silence envelops the air, and in that stillness, they begin to regard your words with newfound gravity. Your absence alone has bestowed upon them the profound realization of your strength. They show a disregard for the power of words. They honor the sacred space between. They grasp the essence of limits only when you cease to articulate them. And now, your silence has transformed into the most potent force in your collection of strengths. You are not obligated to provide anyone with justifications, resolutions, or opportunities for renewal. Your essence is sacred, and not all are worthy of its illumination. Let them ponder in awe. Allow them to experience the weight of your absence. Allow them to confront the void that lingers in your absence. When you ceased your efforts to sway others, you transcended the ordinary. You have transformed into an unstoppable force, embodying true strength. There exists no greater peril than an individual who has transcended the urge to validate their existence. You, the anointed, have embraced your strength, and that stillness, it resonates like a thunderous call that the universe cannot overlook. Fourth in line, point of light. Discern the illusion of affection that veils dominance. Establish your limits before they ensnare you. There was a moment when your presence brought simplicity and grace to all those in your vicinity. You embodied the essence of unwavering agreement, ever present, perpetually harmonious, ever ready to stretch your very essence to maintain harmony. You did not seek understanding. You did not rise to the occasion. You did not stir the waters. You seamlessly conformed to their expectations, never seeking anything in exchange. And for that, they offered their reverence to you. They referred to you as compassionate, steadfast, and nurturing. Yet behold the reality. They showed little regard for your well-being. They were only concerned with the aspect of you that was simple to manipulate. They found comfort in your silence. When you failed to establish sacred limits, when you offered selflessly, expecting nothing in return, when you endured their lack of reverence, you were their guardian, their unwavering support, the individual who selflessly devoted themselves without hesitation, who embraced their turmoil without seeking retribution. You were their source of solace, and as long as you embraced that calling, they bestowed upon you insincere adoration. Yet, a transformation occurred. You have arisen. You began to embrace your own thoughts and insights. You began to embrace your true self. You commenced establishing your limits, challenging the existing norms and expressing refusal without remorse. And that is when the gentle, nurturing exterior they presented began to diminish. The very souls who once celebrated your unwavering generosity have now turned their backs, becoming aloof, detached, and filled with bitterness. What is the reason behind this? Because you transcended the limitations they sought to impose upon you. They showed no regard for your welfare. They were indifferent to the essence of your true self. They were solely focused on the part you fulfilled in their narrative. The moment when you became the compliant, flexible piece in their grand design, the instant you ceased to yield to their expectations, they were unable to cope. They were at a loss regarding your purpose. Your evolution revealed their deceit, leaving them feeling uneasy. In moments when they declare that you have transformed or label you as self-centered, you grasp the essence of their words with clarity. They are filled with wrath, for the source of their power has been severed. They did not hold affection for you. They cherished the blessings you bestowed upon them. They cherished the manifestation of you that was solely devoted to fulfilling their desires. Yet that incarnation has passed away. And do you perceive what is unfolding? Allow them to experience discomfort. True love does not demand that you diminish your own essence to elevate another's sense of self. You are not meant to be an instrument of another's dominion. If an individual cannot honor your evolution, then they were never genuinely aligned with your path. They sought to confine you, rendering you simple to control. Your clarity has emerged, illuminating the path ahead. Your stillness, your limits, your assurance. It holds a strength beyond anything they could ever provide. For in this moment, you are embracing your true self. Fifth in line, a pause, a moment of reflection. Release the desire for approval. That is the method by which they ensure your compliance. There was a moment when you contorted your very essence, striving to embody all that others desired. Your desire was to be cherished, to be the steadfast presence that others could always depend upon. You were untroubled by the sacrifice of your tranquility. Isn't that the essence of what virtuous souls embody? You remain silent, contorting yourself and making sacrifices, all for the sake of ensuring others' comfort. You believed that was the essence of embodying virtue. Yet here lies the profound reality. You were not honoring your true self. For a time, you found yourself in the company of those who celebrated your benevolence. Yet such exaltation bore a cost. The reality is, they sought you not for your essence. They sought you for the gifts you bestowed, your moments, your vitality, your endeavors. They thrived on your remorse, your anxiety about letting them down, your insatiable desire for approval. As long as you continued to agree, even when your heart whispered otherwise, all remained well. Yet, when you transcended the confines of their influence, the world around you transformed. You have ceased your participation in the game, and now they are in a state of turmoil. Those who once declared their unwavering need for your presence have begun to distance themselves. The dialogues grew distant, the invitations ceased to arrive, and the atmosphere transformed. What is the reason behind this? Because they understood they could no longer draw from your infinite well of affirmation. Your boundaries were perceived as a challenge to their existence. Your evolution revealed their true nature. Here lies the profound revelation. They may label you as challenging or self-centered, yet within, you understand the true essence of their words. You have transcended their attempts to control you. You cease to endure their disregard, their emotional burdens, and their perpetual desire for you to diminish. They believed you would forever yield, perpetually offer, eternally embody the essence of understanding. But now, you have transformed in the light of clarity. If individuals drift away as you establish your boundaries, honor your own needs, and seek tranquility, you are releasing the burdens of those who never held genuine concern for your well-being. You are parting ways with those who cherished you solely in moments of convenience when your presence served their needs and desires. Those who genuinely care for you will always embrace your evolution without fear. Indeed, they shall rejoice in this moment alongside you. Allow their words to flow. Let them label you as distant or challenging. Allow them to feel the weight of your strength. For if your power disturbs another, they were never truly in your corner from the beginning. And if embracing authenticity means being perceived as unlikable, recognizing your inherent value, and stepping away from turmoil, then let it be so. Welcome it with open arms. Your purpose transcends the desire for approval from others. Your presence is a gift meant for your own fulfillment, and that is the essence of our focus in this moment. Step back and observe number 6 in silence and reverence. If it crumbles in your absence, it was never truly meant to be. For an eternity, You held the conviction that the connections you forged with others were unbreakable, founded on shared compassion, affection, and dedication. You believed that the bonds endured due to a profound connection of hearts and minds. The harmony within the family flourished, nurtured by unwavering love and bonds that thrive through mutual commitment. Yet here lies the unvarnished reality. You were always more than merely a fragment of those bonds. You were the binding force. You were the one uniting everything in harmony. You continuously molded yourself, adapting and extending beyond your limits, ensuring the comfort of those around you. You bore the burden of their turmoil, their unpredictability, their inner struggles. You were the beacon of resolution, the one who reached out, the first to extend an apology, the one who tirelessly justified the actions of those who never embraced responsibility. And for what purpose? From a place of deep affection, from a sense of duty, from the apprehension that without your presence, all would unravel. But this is where the transformation begins. In a moment of stillness, you paused. Perhaps weariness has found you. Perhaps your essence could no longer bear the burden. Or perhaps, just perhaps, you have come to realize the profound truth that you have been the unwavering support for those who would not extend a hand in return. Thus, you have withdrawn. You ceased to be the steadfast support in times of turmoil. You ceased to mend the chaos of others. You ceased to take in their shadows, their turmoil, their suffering. And when you did, all began to fall apart. But behold, all that transpired was beyond your control. You have always been a beacon of light. Indeed, they were. When you released the burdens that were never meant for you, they found themselves lost, unable to find their own footing. They cast their accusations upon you. They cast blame and sought to burden your spirit, claiming you were the cause of all that went wrong. Yet, the true concern, they had not undertaken the journey to find their strength in your absence. They have yet to discover the strength within themselves. They flourished in the warmth of your unwavering patience, your boundless kindness, and your steadfast refusal to turn away. Yet, when you withdrew, they faltered in their unity. What comes next? You are witnessing the tumultuous events as they transpire. Yet, rather than experiencing guilt, you embrace liberation. It has become clear that connections, whether they be friendships or familial ties, that thrive solely because you bear the burden, were never meant to be nurturing or wholesome. In reality, it was you who bore the weight of it all. Yet, it was never your calling to bear their burdens. You are the anointed one. Those who are destined for greatness do not squander their vitality on individuals who anticipate them to carry the entire burden. Thus, you remain steadfast, unwavering, undisturbed. They may seek to uncover the truth in their own way. Yet you are forging your own destiny unapologetically, free from remorse, and with unwavering focus on what lies ahead. Seventh, in the order of significance, do not diminish your essence to conform. Your renewed essence is destined to transform the atmosphere. A transformation is unfolding that demands your attention. It transcends mere transformation. It is a renewal of spirit. You have traversed the familiar paths, engaged with the same souls, and existed within the shared realm. Yet, in this moment, you have transcended the understanding they once held of you, and truthfully, you find yourself questioning your very essence. You sense a transformation within, a newfound strength and stability, yet there lingers a feeling of unfamiliarity with your own essence. Your energy is profound, yet it does not burden you. Negative. This burden requires room. It demands reverence. and it is beyond dispute. There was a moment when you diminished your essence to conform to realms that were never intended for your spirit. You hushed your tone, muted your brilliance, and concealed fragments of your essence, merely to spare others from discomfort. Your efforts to conform were commendable, yet your true essence was destined to shine brightly and uniquely. The essence you embody is undeniable. As you enter the space, your presence resonates with those around you, stirring a palpable energy even before you utter a single word. Your essence speaks for itself, requiring no proclamation. It proclaims its presence. It is akin to entering a realm of your being that is so transformed, it evokes a sense of unfamiliarity within. The former self, the one who hesitated, who elaborated excessively, who prioritized the comfort of others above all else. That aspect of your being is but a fleeting silhouette in the reflection of your journey. And when it softly murmurs uncertainties in your thoughts, attempting to draw you back, you turn a deaf ear to its call. This transformative essence, this renewed self, may indeed feel unfamiliar, yes, yet it is indeed true. It is not a display of pride. It is not a sense of superiority. It is the essence of authority. It is the profound, steadfast realization that your value is inherent and requires no validation. Seek not the validation of others to embrace your true essence. You have ceased to plead for a place at the gathering, for you have come to understand that the gathering is yours to create. This transformation in your essence evokes unease in others. It has come to your awareness. Some may claim that you have transformed. Some may feign ignorance of your presence. Yet the reality, they are unaccustomed to witnessing you stride with confidence, to observing you assert your value without hesitation. They long for the essence of you that tirelessly sought to bring them joy. Yet you have ceased to seek approval. You have embraced your true self. The profound reality is that your essence was not fully realized until now. You were enduring. You feared the sting of rejection, the burden of being overwhelming. Yet, in this moment, now, you remain steadfast. You stand resolute. Even if it seems unfamiliar, it resonates with truth. This newfound essence is your divine inheritance, and your journey is only at its inception. 8. A sacred numeral. Liberate yourself from the confines of pleasantry. It is a form of training, not a gesture of goodwill. For years, you adorned yourself with kindness, as if it were a sacred emblem, believing it defined your very essence. You were the one who consistently extended grace to others, embraced forgiveness with an open heart, and made every effort to maintain harmony. You chose to silence your voice, your truth, and your needs, hiding them under the weight of courtesy to avoid causing distress to others. You believed that being accommodating would endear you to others, and that maintaining harmony defined your virtue. Yet, let us embrace the truth. You were diminishing your own essence to ease the discomfort of those around you. You were prepared for this journey, molded from a young age to yield, to quiet your own expression so that others might resonate with their own truths. You discovered that embracing agreement rendered you cherished, while dissent cast you as impolite. Upholding your own dignity is a bold act, prioritizing your own well-being. That was a self-centered act. But now you perceive the truth beyond the veil. Nice did not embody true kindness. It was mastery. They sought to diminish your strength. They sought to render you submissive, prone to guilt, and easily swayed. They thrived on your trepidation of being cast aside, your yearning for acceptance. Thus, you endured a lack of reverence. You remained silent while your spirit cried out. Your smile, a beacon amid suffering, served to maintain harmony. You sought to hold on to those dear to you. Yet ultimately, what you were sacrificing was your very essence. You engaged in a contest that was never meant for you to conquer. You were a vessel not cherished. You were subjected to influence rather than honored. As you embraced this profound realization, the entire landscape of your existence transformed. You came to understand that genuine compassion transcends the desire to satisfy others. It is a matter of discerning the moments and spaces in which to channel your vitality. Kindness was a tool wielded to constrain you, to diminish your spirit. Yet, what of benevolence? Compassion is a decision that arises from inner fortitude. It is by design. It is truly formidable. And above all, it is discerning. You have become discerning with your energy, sharing it only with those who truly resonate with your spirit. Your generosity is reserved for those who truly appreciate it. Bestow it when it is truly warranted, when it holds significance, not out of fear of abandonment or the sting of rejection. The instant you ceased your efforts to appease others with kindness is the instant you discovered true liberation. You transcended the fear of their unease, releasing the need for their approval. You came to understand that the greatest strength lies in ceasing to forsake your true self, and that is the moment when true metamorphosis unfolds. You are not merely kind, you are destined for greatness. And now you decide who may partake in your radiance. Number 9, instill a sense of awe with your self-sufficiency. That is the sign of your evolution. Once you devoted countless efforts to shape yourself according to the confines others imposed upon you. You devoted your days to contorting and reshaping yourself, striving to align with their desires, yearning for validation and dreading the possibility of being cast aside. Your concern for their judgments overshadowed your own tranquility. Your essence was transparent, easily discernible, a guarded manifestation of your true self. You relinquished your strength to bring solace to others, convinced that this was the cost of belonging. Yet that incarnation of your essence has passed into the beyond. In this moment, the reality is clear. Your indifference prevails. There is no need to seek forgiveness for your very being. Your words no longer seek to clarify your essence. And you absolutely require no one's approval to embrace your fullest existence. And without even making an effort, you have exuded an aura of formidable presence. Yet, not in the manner they anticipate. Not due to a shift towards aggression or arrogance, but rather because you have embraced your true strength. You have transcended the desire to diminish yourself or to seek validation from others, and that stirs the souls of those in your presence. You have transcended the need for validation. Your truth remains unwavering, untouched by the opinions of others. You remain steadfast, unwavering, untouched by their efforts to confine you once more. And that, dear companion, instills a profound fear in those who have sought to dictate your every action. There is nothing more unsettling to an individual than the presence of one who holds no debts to them. They are uncertain in the presence of one who occupies their space with unwavering confidence. They are perplexed by an individual who embraces their true essence without hesitation. Wholeheartedly and without reservation, they embrace their true essence. And when they softly speak of your transformation, your distance, or the chill that surrounds you, understand this, they speak the truth. The former iteration of yourself has departed, Yet the truth remains. You are not bound to provide them with a justification. You bear no burden for their unease, nor for the uncertainties they grapple with when you cease to permit them to cast their fears upon you. Should your power unsettle them, or your limits cause them discomfort, that is a challenge they must confront. It does not belong to you. You are destined to shine brightly, not to diminish your own light for the sake of others. You are destined to embrace your entirety, to stand boldly without regret, and to live in liberation. Thus, if they are unable to embrace your evolution, if your self-assurance disrupts their stability, allow them to be, because your purpose transcends mere comfort and simplicity. Your purpose is to embrace your true self, and if that instills fear in others, so be it. Your ascension brings them unease, but it is not your burden to bear. You have embraced your authentic essence. There exists no greater strength than that of an individual who stands unwavering, free from the need to seek forgiveness for their true essence. Number 10. Disregard affection devoid of reverence. It is a veiled form of influence. For an eternity, you were led astray by falsehoods. You were guided to understand that love is meant to be boundless, a nurturing sanctuary where your true self can flourish without reservation. All inquiries set aside, but let us speak truthfully. True affection does not call for your diminishment or ask you to be anything less than your full self. It is a form of influence. You were led to think that by offering, consenting, and serving others, affection would naturally ensue. Yet, as you began to establish your boundaries, as you ceased to accept the meager offerings of affection from others, a transformation occurred. In an instant, the warmth of their affection began to fade. The love resonated with emptiness, akin to a facade, revealing its flaws. The ultimate revelation. It was never a sacred bond. It was mastery. They sought your quietude, your acquiescence, your readiness to offer endlessly, anticipating no reward in return. But now you perceive the truth within it. True love honors your values and nurtures your peace, never asking you to compromise for the sake of another's comfort. It arrives free of conditions or unspoken fears of forsaking should you choose a different path. True affection honors and cherishes, and that is what you have come to seek with unwavering resolve. Honor must come first. You have arrived at a moment of transformation where the part of you that would yield, that would settle, that would embrace love from anyone merely to evade discord, has departed. You have ceased to accept deceit cloaked in the guise of compassion. Now you rise with grace, unyielding and wholly true to yourself. And in that instant, a transformation occurred. Individuals began to drift apart. Yet here lies the essence of reality. Your actions have not led to any misstep. It is due to their inability to exert influence over you any longer. You are beyond their attempts to shape you into a false version of yourself, and it stirs a sense of unease within them. They may label you as self-centered. They will proclaim that you have transformed, but what they truly convey is that your purpose for them has come to an end. Your compassionate spirit shall not be exploited by others. They cannot confine you to a space that caters solely to their desires. Your expectations have ascended to a higher realm, and now they find themselves in a battle to maintain their pace. For you have grasped a truth that remains beyond their reach. Clinging is not the essence of true affection. True love invites you to expand into your fullest self. True affection, grounded in reverence, does not seek to control. It does not impose. It exists in its purest form. And now that you have glimpsed the profound truth, You shall no longer accept anything beneath your worth. Observe those who fall quiet in the wake of your triumphs. This is not your community. For an eternity, you donned the veil of misguided allegiance. The souls surrounding you appeared to be celebrating your triumph. Yet, in truth, their applause echoed only when your aspirations remained confined, easily within their grasp. They beamed with joy as you unveiled your aspirations, acknowledged your dreams with a gentle nod, and applauded softly, creating an atmosphere that made you feel their unwavering support. But now that you have embraced your true essence, their energy transforms. It begins gently, yet you can sense its presence. Their congratulations resonate with emptiness, akin to a feeble whisper in the void. As you ascend, their voices fade into stillness. In times of your trials, it seems they are ever present, ready to offer their wisdom and compassion. That's when the revelation strikes you with undeniable force. They always wished for your success, never desiring to see you falter completely. Numerical representation. They simply wished for you to remain within their embrace, never transcending their grasp. They embraced your vulnerability, your moments of reliance, and the times you sought their guidance to navigate your path. You found solace in the innocence of your youth, a time when their influence could easily shape your path. They cherished you even in moments of doubt, when you sought their approval and reassurance. Yet, in this moment, you have transformed, you have blossomed, you have transcended the need for approval. You have transcended the need for validation. Your presence is distinct, radiating an unwavering assurance that stems from a deep understanding of your value. And what of that? That brings them unease, for within their hearts they never recognized you as their counterpart. You were destined to occupy a lower place in their perception, and they reveled in their role as the bearer of knowledge. They cherished the role of being your trusted source of wisdom, the individuals who maintained your existence within a realm where their dominion was never questioned. Numerical representation. Beware of those who long for the past version of yourself. They long for the power they once held over you. For an extended period, you played the role of a silent observer, allowing others to tread upon your spirit, believing it was the noble path to take. You were ever present, ever willing, always prepared to hear, to offer, to adapt, even at the cost of your own pain. You prioritized the well-being of others above your own, extended grace when it would have been wiser to part ways, and overlooked the warnings that called out for your awareness. You shouldered weights that were not meant for you, all in the name of harmony, all to ensure the comfort of others. They cherished that manifestation of your essence. They cherished the essence of you that embraced boundless possibilities, the embodiment of unwavering resolve, the one who tirelessly sought to mend the fractures of existence, regardless of the sacrifice required. Yet, they remained unaware that this was not the essence of love. It was a matter of divine ease. They lacked true commitment to your essence. They were deeply engaged in your presence, cherishing the vibrant essence you offered with such generosity, as if it were an infinite source of sustenance they could continually access. Yet now, you have transformed, not in the manner they assert. You have not transformed into someone unkind, indifferent, or harsh overnight. You have chosen to no longer endure trivialities. You ceased to engage with deceit while wearing a facade of joy. You ceased to offer justifications for those who would not take responsibility for their deeds. And that is what has them unsettled. When they express that you've transformed, what they truly mean is, I can no longer dictate your path. When they say you're acting differently, what they truly mean is that you have chosen to no longer allow them to exploit your kindness. When they express their longing for the past version of you, what they are truly revealing is their desire for the you that was more easily swayed. Yet, here lies the profound reality. Their discontent serves as a testament to the righteousness of your path. Those who become distressed by your establishment of boundaries are often those who thrived in the absence of them, the individuals who flourished in the shadows of your vulnerabilities, exploiting your struggle to refuse. They will attempt to burden your spirit with guilt. They may claim you are unkind, that your concern has waned from what it once was. Yet within your soul, the truth resonates. Compassion should never be mistaken for weakness. Honoring oneself does not equate to harshness. Prioritizing your own well-being does not signify a lack of compassion. Allow them to grapple with the reality that your presence is no longer at their disposal. Allow them to writhe in unease as they confront the repercussions of their own deeds. Because here lies the truth. Their unease is not a weight meant for your shoulders. That is a journey meant for them to undertake, not for you to bear. Allow them to experience the burden of their decay. Now that you have released their grasp on your spirit, you are no longer destined to bear the weight of their emotions. Your purpose is to flourish without reservation. And if that stirs discomfort within them, it simply signifies that you are embracing the path that is truly meant for you. Indeed, there will be those who find themselves in a state of unease. Indeed, there are those who may label you as challenging. Indeed, there will be those who stray from the path. Yet, what of their absence? That is not a defeat. It is a purification. Those who genuinely cherish you, who hold you in high regard, will never request that you diminish yourself. Having accepted the truth and recognized your inherent strength, there is no turning back now. You have released the burdens of seeking approval from others and embraced the liberation that has been destined for you all along. The cosmos is in harmony with your evolution, and the realm is on the brink of experiencing your metamorphosis. Embrace the call to ascend, to transform, and to assert your rightful position in your own existence. If you feel the pull, express your support for this message by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing your path in the comments below. Let us advance with unwavering conviction, remain in communion, and perpetually embrace transformation.